Yes.
So
So what's up, Ali?
I'm very well, thank you, Irie.
It's you. I was telling you I love your hat.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. um, so shall we start by getting you to introduce yourself, please?
Okay, well, my artist name is Irie Keef. I'm more known in my country under the name of Karen Fleming because I've been working in communication and PR as well as journalism for at least 20 years, yeah. So I've been into that. Actually, I started as a singer when I was in the 90s. I was living in the States back then. I was living in Miami.
Okay.
That's where I met a wonderful human being. Um, and her name was Nelly Starr. I'm saying was because she's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, she left about 5 years ago. And instantly, we got a connection. And almost instantly, uh, she told me, I know you can sing, and I want you to sing with me. And that was one of the most amazing connections I've ever had in my life. It was, especially that the day that we met was a very hard day for me. Back there in the States, I was modeling a little bit. And that day I was on a video shoot for a band, and it didn't, things went bad, After a while, I had to leave the set because the song that these guys were recording, well, it was a nice song, but it's just that what they wanted me to do in this video, I just don't want to do it. So I basically got kicked out of the set. And I found myself outside. And, I was young. It was very hard for me because I was barely 21, it was just like, whoa. And so I was outside. I wasn't crying, but I was kind of, feeling really bad. And she stepped to me. I can't hear you anymore. Do you hear me? You hear me well? Because I'm not hearing you anymore. Okay. All right. I'm not hearing you anymore. No, I can't hear you. Okay. Now I hear you. Yeah.
super.
Yeah. And she came to me and she told me this very amazing thing. That was just before she told me, I know you can sing and I want you to sing with me. She told me, you don't need to do that. You don't belong there. And from then we were basically, always together. Always together. I don't have a blood sister, but it was just like I had met my sister from another mother. We were always together. And indeed, I went on stage with her and I sang with her as a chorist for about, I'll say 4 years. We did great things. Because she was very young. She was a little bit younger than me, but she was very talented. And she was a very, I would say, advanced soul, She knew where she was going. Maybe that's why she's gone already, Some people just, breeze to our lives like, like that. And then, they come and they go. And so we did Bob Marley Bashment birthday at Clyde. That was an amazing day because I never imagined I could find myself on such a set, We went first up from Lauryn Hill, so that was just like, whoa. And then we went to Jamaica together. We did a Rockers TV show. I know it's not happening anymore, but it was a big event in Ocho Rios. where I actually met a lot of people that, you know, I was admiring from far. We were on stage with Shiloh and, you know, people like that. So it was just like, I was living a dream with my eyes wide open, you know?
That's
And,
amazing.
you know, and we did that for about 4 years. Then I had to go back to my country. I had to go back to Guadeloupe. So I left. And a little bit after that, she went to Jamaica. She wanted me to come meet her, but I had to take care of my family, you know. So I stayed there. And for about, yeah, I'll say, I would keep in touch with her, you know, because she was, you know, doing her thing in Jamaica, and she did quite actually a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But from here, I would follow her, but I wasn't, you know, in the thing anymore, you know. So that's when I really turned back to PR and communication, you know, to make a living. And well, I was still kind of in the artistic scene because I kind of specialized myself in, you know, managing artists and doing PR for them. So, you know, I was still there, you know. And then when she would come to visit in Guadeloupe, I would do promo for her. I would help her with the promotions of her albums, and, you know, so we were still linked. And unfortunately, about 5 years ago, she had went back to Dominica, which is her native island. It's an island that is not far from Guadeloupe. She was murdered. And yeah, that's when that was something that I really wasn't expecting. You know, it's just like, to me, she being younger than me, it was logical that I would go before her, you know. So when, you know, when the news hit, it was just like, whoa, what is this? You know, what is this? And for the first time of my life, I've lost people before. I actually lost my father when I was only 5 years old. So I lost important people before, but the loss of Nelly was just like, what's going on? And that's when I started asking myself a whole bunch of questions, you know, about myself too, about what I wanted to do in life, and especially why I didn't, you know, pursue this dream of singing, because it was still there, you know. It was just like, I was doing something else, but I was always thinking about that. And it came back stronger. Of course, I went through a little down, a serious down, a serious down. I would, yeah, for months, I would wake up every morning crying and, you know, feeling really, really, really bad, you know. And after maybe a year of that, yeah, it lasted about a year of that. One day I was sitting on that couch, that very same couch that I'm sitting on, you know, that same setting with that, you know, painting of Bob right there, you know. I was just sitting there. And that day I woke up and I was really feeling bad. And I was trying to figure out what to do to make myself better, you know, because I was just like, oh, you can't continue like that. What's, you know, you still have life to live. You have children, you have to do something, you know. And I walk a lot. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I should go walk and I'll feel better. But I couldn't find the strength to get out of the couch. I was just like there saying, okay, I'm going to go. But I was just there, you know. And all of a sudden, I just started hearing this melody in my head. And it was just like so clear. It was just like, whoa, it's like somebody was really singing in my head, you know. And with the words and everything. And I was just like, whoa, what is it? And I took a pen and I started writing the song, you know. And as I was writing the song, I was just like, wow, this is Nelly. What are you doing in my head, sister? And I wrote this song in, you know, not even 10 minutes. I've always wrote songs, but that one was very, very special. It was just like, whoa, this is something. And right after I finished writing it, because I catch everything. I catch the words and I catch the melody at the same time. I was just like, I was feeling better. It was just like something, like, that pain that makes you feel like you want to die, it was gone. It was just like, okay, I'm breathing. Things are going to be okay. She's there. She's there. And you don't have to feel guilty to be alive, while she's gone, because there was a lot of that. It was a lot of that. And from then I said, okay, I have to do something with this. And I have to, I have to go back to this because I have things to say. And she kept sending me all these messages. So now all the songs that I write are not, coming from Nelly directly.
Got you, yeah.
I have things to say of my own. But this particular one, I would say, was the trigger, the little thing that, really made me want to go back to that and, spread out the word and spread out, life in general. About a week ago, I made a friend discover my music, and she said something very beautiful to me. She said, "Oh, Karen, I really like what you're doing because you're singing live." And I think that was the most, that was the most beautiful thing somebody could say about my work, because that's what I do. I sing my life. I sing my soul. I sing my, guts. I sing, everything that I've been through, good things, bad things, things that I see, things that I wish, were happening, things that are happening also,
Personal, actually heartfelt lyrics. So it's not just writing something, it's creating a meaning to making sure everything you write is making sure there's a message behind it.
Yeah. And not a message in the sense of, okay, people, you have to do this and this is the answer or whatever. Just a message of, okay, we're here and sometimes we don't really know where we're going, we don't really know what's going to happen in our life. So humble up, be, observe, listen a lot, That's important, And that's what I do a lot. Actually, because of the job I was doing too, because being a journalist, I would spend most of my time listening to people, So I think I have a lot of abilities, for listening already. And true. I listen a lot. I observe a lot, maybe even more since about 4 years. So it took me about 4 years to record this song,
Wow.
Yeah, that's Songs of Wisdom that I'm promoting right now, because this was the song I was talking about. Yeah, the name is Whispers of Wisdom and is dedicated to my sister. And because actually I've always seen Nelly doing her thing, but just being a backup vocal, I never got into all the all the production stuff, of doing music or whatever. I would just come on stage and do my little performance. So I had to learn. I had to go meet people. I had to convince people also that I could do this, because people would not see me at all like that. They would be like, what is she talking about? Is she going crazy now? She lost her sister. She lost her mind. She want to sing, Because most people in Guadeloupe never even knew that I was actually doing backup vocals for her, when I was in the States, because when I came back to my country, it was just like, okay, I'm doing this and she's the artist. Okay, I'm doing her promo. So people would really see me, as an agent or a promoter and not as an artist. So I had to convince. I had to find the right people to work with. And yeah, finally, this year, I was able to, come out with two singles. Um, I released the first one in January, and the first one was in Creole because in Guadeloupe we speak Creole.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's a language we speak. That's our
Ah,
native.
how you doing?
Well, we also, huh?
I say adipoti.
Ah, okay. And we also speak French because we're still under French colonization. That's our story. We're not independent. We're part of France. So I released that first single in January, and because I took the time and because I found the right people to work with, it worked quite well actually. It was strategic because, like I said, nobody knew me, and I had to make myself known on the artistic scene. And I figured, okay, let me release a song that is more into, that is more anchored into, the culture of my country first. So at least my peers, would recognize me in a way, and they actually did because this song worked quite well. It's very different from Whispers of Wisdom, even in terms of energy, because this is a song I wrote when I was more on a, I don't want to say angry because I wasn't angry, but I just had to, um, um, you know, um, I had to make a point on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do that, So I was just like, okay, let me do this little point first. And I did, and people appreciated. And last April, actually, April 11th, I released Whispers of Wisdom. And I was really, really delighted to see that people liked it also, it really touched people. And that's what I wanted, because this one is very special to me.
No, that's that. So what's actually the inspiration behind Whispers of Wisdom?
Well, actually, like I said, I told you the little story when I wrote it, but it's just like, I think that this song really helped me with my grief. I think it was a message she was sending to me to tell me, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gone. I'm gone, but it's okay. Just be careful, because I really think that what happened to Nelly is because she was such a kind soul, um, a kind soul that she found herself to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, And it's not like, I don't think that what happened was directly targeted towards her. I think it was more, the people that surrounded her. And it was really a terrible death because she actually was shot then burnt, So
Wow.
it was the violence of the, you see, the depression that I felt was really linked to the violence of what happened, because it was just something that didn't fit. You couldn't, somebody that was so kind and so generous towards everybody couldn't die like that to me. It was just like unfair. It was just like, that doesn't fit. No, that's not, so in this song, there's a lot of things that I'm saying. I'm saying that, yeah, I'm talking about my desire to sing, because I'm starting with, there's a song inside of me, there's a voice inside of me, and this voice is my desire to sing, but this voice is her voice too, that I'm trying to, to carry this message. In this song, I'm also saying I'm also, trying to, I think I'm saying it to people, but I'm also telling it to myself. Be careful. Be careful of the people that you befriend. Be careful of, the situations that they might bring you into, because sometimes out of kindness, you might just, ignore the warnings,
mm,
you
mm,
know. And yeah, you have to be careful, because yeah, you have to, you have things to do. You have things to do. You're on a mission, you know. They sent you there on a mission. And not being careful, befriending, you know, everybody. You could be nice, you know, but you don't have to let everybody enter into
yeah,
your garden, you know.
mm,
You have to beware. You have to
mm,
beware,
mm,
because you
mm,
never know what's going to happen. And I
yeah,
think that actually that's a message that she sent to me, because people, like I said, we're not blood sisters, but people often say that we look alike, and you know, and we have the same energy.
mm,
And fortunately, um, so far in my life, I've been through tribulations because of you know, that kindness, but it wasn't fatal tribulations. So maybe it was a warning she was sending to me too. And actually, after I wrote this song, I must say that my life changed a lot too. And yeah, I think I gained a lot of wisdom. That's
mm,
the name
mm.
of the song.
Wow.
I think I gained in this wisdom. And now I'm being more aware of what I have to do and what I shouldn't do,
Mm,
and
mm.
the people that I should walk with or not walk with, you know. It's not discrimination, but you have to be careful.
Yes, no, of course, you need to look after yourself as well, especially with the music industry. It's very there's a lot of sort of, is it like a dog eat dog world, you know, where everybody's trying, and you know, people don't care who they step on as long as they get there. It's but so maybe that will lead me to my next question actually. Now, what do you actually think of the music industry in general? I know you've had sort of background experience. Now you're on the front end, so it will be really refreshing to actually hear your point of view.
Oh yeah, since I've been a little bit on the front, my outlook on this is very different. Well, actually, doing PR for artists for a little while after I did my first experience on stage with Nelly, allowed me to see a lot of things, you
Mm,
know, that I wasn't even imagining. You know, it was just like, you know, I couldn't even picture that, because um, I would see, I discovered that artists could be pretty, um, um, yeah, they're not always nice to each other. You know, we tend to see the artistic world as a big family and everybody loves each other. Okay. Doing PR already showed me that this was not always true, because sometimes I would, you know, I would be representing some artists and I would see them go through so much. Or sometimes they would be the one inflicted things to people too, you know.
yeah,
You know, in that desire, you know, of getting ahead, you know, always, you know, getting ahead. And this is something that I can relate to, because it's true that when you're doing music, it's a lot of personal investment. So
yes,
sometimes you can become very self-centered, and without even realizing it, because you're doing a lot of sacrifices. This I learned since I started, you know, I started trying to record my songs. You know, I realized that there was a lot of tribulations into that, and there was sometimes a lot of pain and sometimes a lot of loneliness. So that's why people sometimes get so, maybe so hard, you know. um, but what I would say is that as an artist, it's important to me. I try to do it every day, put myself in check, you know. And in a way, I'm glad I didn't start when I was very young, you know, because I think that when you're younger, you are, yeah, you are necessarily more self-centered, because you have so much to prove.
yes,
You know? So you could be ruthless, you could be, you know, yeah, you could be selfish, I think stepping into this business when you are already a little bit more mature and when you live things in life allows you to do two things, at least as far as I'm concerned. Singing things that make sense,
Yeah.
you know, which is important to me because you lived already. You already lived stuff, you know, so you have experience, you know, you can talk about real stuff, you know. And second thing is, always try to humble up and always make sure that you don't take out your tribulations onto people, you know.
Mm.
And okay, this is, and being responsible. Okay, this is my choice. People don't have to, you know, okay, if they don't support me, it's okay. I don't have to be mad. If they criticize me, it's okay. I don't have to get mad. If they love me, it's great. Okay, I'm taking that, you know, and I'm releasing all the negative. Now, as far as the way the industry works right now, I realized that when I started with Nelly, things were very different. First of all, there wasn't internet because we are back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So now a lot of this business is happening on internet. Fortunately, being in communication, and having to, you know, keep myself in check professionally, you know, to be able to do my work properly. I'm not this is not something that I don't master at all. Okay, I got to, you know, I was able to really update myself on that, which is cool. And I think it's very important for a lot of artists, but at the same time, it's a shame also because now if you don't master the tricks and the unders of internet and the social networks, you might do very good music and never get heard.
This is it. No, and that's what we're trying to do on Power Ace Radio. We have there's so much music coming out through, but cut through the noise and make sure we select those really great gems. You know, like yours. It's an amazing track. And going through that process and making sure that the end users are actually getting to hear it. So,
and that's great, you know, to be able to do interview and to actually see people, because sometimes you're doing this and this is so everything is so computerized right now that you don't even get to link up and relate to people. So, you know, I'm very glad every time somebody actually calls me and tells me, okay, let's do an interview, because I think that the business is lacking. But this is not just a business, this is society on a general level. True internet is allowing us to communicate. Maybe we couldn't communicate, you know, that way if there wasn't internet. But then at the same time, I think that sometimes we're using it wrongly, because we're not putting the humanity that we need to put in this.
No, absolutely. No, that is top class answer right there.
Talking about that track, I wanted to you know, to really stress that out. I'm very proud about that track, you know, because that track was actually done by somebody from Guadeloupe. And you know, it's pretty rare, because usually well, the reggae songs that are gonna be working and talking to people from, you know, especially English speaking countries, are tracks that are produced in, you know, England, Jamaica, and all those, you know. So I'm very proud, because when I went to see this guy, you know, and his name is Aurélien Levasseur. Yeah, it's a very Frenchy name, eh? Aurélien. And when I went to his little home studio and I make him listen to the song, he really catch the feeling, you know, and he did this great work.
Mm.
And then we added on live instrumentals. We actually got this guy from Antigua who played the bass, because that's an amazing bass line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his
Absolutely.
name is Emmanuel Bugs, and I wanted to, send some shout outs for him because he really, nailed that thing.
Yeah.
And actually, the track was also mixed in Guadeloupe.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's why by this sound engineer, and his name is Benji, Michael Benjamin. And I'm very proud of that. The only thing we did in Jamaica was the mastering. So it's still a collaboration between islands, but most of it is coming from Guadeloupe. And I'm very proud of that, because this is letting me know that we actually really, progressed on the reggae scene, because we're able now to actually do work that's, that can compete, well, not really compete, but at least be,
Yeah, on the level.
yeah, on
Yeah.
the same level.
Mm. Mm.
So, and big up to Anchor Studio in Jamaica, because they finalized the work, and big up to all the people that participate in the making of this beautiful track. Yeah.
I know that is amazing. No, it's a beautiful track, and as you said, I think it's good when all little different pieces, and then you put them all together, and everything just works. Wow, this was definitely meant to be. So yeah, no, that track, 100%, will give you a tick.
Thanks.
So, well, as we're kind of wrapping up, since I've gone really, really
I know I'm
quickly.
talking a lot. I know. If you don't stop me, we'll talk all day.
Right. Well, just want to say, so where would you say for people to go, and for your viewers to go and actually find your tracks, if they want to find out all the news, find out all the gossips, all those juicy bits, where should they go to?
All right. As we say, my name is Irie Keef. So if you go on Facebook or on Instagram, I'm there. I'm on those social networks. So there you can actually see all the news. Okay. And if you really want to listen to my music, because I've already I released only 2 tracks, but I have a lot of music. I actually did a show in April where I sang more than 12 songs, and I have still I have plenty that are already ready, because yeah, true. When inspiration is there, you have to really,
No.
go for it. And
Once that well is starting, just get in the water.
yeah. And so if they want to listen to more of my music, they can go on my YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube also. My music is distributed by DistroKid, so it's on all digital platforms, whether it's Spotify, or I'm on Bandcamp also. I'm pretty proud of that, because actually on Bandcamp, for people that are there, there's a compilation that was just released by another radio. But people can actually go check it, and I'm very proud of this compilation, because oh man, there's a Luciano track on this compilation. So when the guy sent that to me, I was just like, wow. So if you want to know more about that, meet me on Bandcamp, meet me on Spotify, meet me on all those digital platforms where music is being distributed. Okay. And if you want to know about, my lives, or, what I'm doing in Guadeloupe, see parts of my beautiful island, the way I live, the way I write or whatever, you meet me on Facebook or Instagram.
No, that's great. We will surely be there to like and subscribe, most definitely. Because that island it's amazing.
You have to come, Pally. You have to come. I'm expecting everybody to come,
Oh, I really can't wait to get there. Yeah, very tropical, and it looks warm. It's so green. It's perfect garden. Now I could imagine why you have so beautiful music, because you have so beautiful inspiration.
It is. And actually, I think it's the most beautiful country in the world, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. It definitely looks the past. I
And
can't wait to visit.
yeah, and I have plenty places, you know, when I want to be quiet or whatever, whether it's the river or whether it's the beach, I can go and I can just go, you know. And what is nice is that, you know, everything is basically uh, well, I walk a lot, but I'm gonna say on a walking distance, but I could walk. I'm the kind of person that could walk 20 miles, you know what I'm saying?
So on your journey, that's where you get most of
Yeah, I
your
put my
inspiration.
headphones and I just walk and I go to the beach or I go to the river and, you know, yeah.
That's really amazing. Well, Irie, it's been so much, such a pleasure, like having you on this. I wish we could talk
Yeah.
forever longer, but
Okay.
limited by time, unfortunately. But we'll most definitely catch up with you again pretty soon. Thank you so much for coming. It's really amazing. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so much.
inviting me. Big up to Power Ace Radio.
Whoop, whoop.
Aside, my love.
Thank you. See you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.